Good morning.
Morning.
So today we are going back to Tagum again. As you know, last time we went to Tagum, Dennis was trying to open a bank account, but then there is a letter that we need to get from Social Security, or he needs from Social Security, so he can
Open the account.
open the account. And thank you all for your comments and all the information you shared with us. A lot of you said that Dennis is better off leaving his account in the US, but there is a big reason why he can't do that, and you should explain, honey, why.
Well, when we got here, I had my sister send the money from U.S. Bank via Western Union, and I tried to get online. I was going to do it through Remitly, and I tried to get online. I don't know if I did something wrong or something, and the bank put out an alert, fraud alert,
Lock you out.
locked me out. So I had to call the fraud hotline, and they went through a bunch of stuff with me, and he goes, well, since there was attempted fraud on the account, I go, it's not attempted fraud. He goes, well, I'm going to clear all your passwords, clear everything off, and then you can reset them. So he did that, held me on phone. I was on hold while he was doing all that. He goes, just a few more minutes, and then click. We got disconnected. I don't know, he hung up and got disconnected. And I tried to call the bank. They said, well, we can't help you with your account. You're locked out. There's no information you can provide. Everything. So I didn't even have access to my account.
Unless you have to go back to the US.
I have to go back to the U.S. into the bank to straighten it all out. And that's the other thing I wanted to mention. I've heard a couple of other expats that happened to. And so I can't, my ATM card's going to expire in a few months.
Yeah.
And so I can't access that account. So that's why I'm opening a Philippine bank account.
Yeah.
So, and for the other thing is so my sister doesn't have to bother sending me that money
Yeah.
every month through Western Union. She's been doing it for over 3 years.
Yeah, I know. And we really appreciate her doing it every month for over 3 years.
Yeah.
And
That's not always easy. I mean,
it's not.
she sends it every month for over 3 years, and every month they put the money on hold. She has to wait 15 minutes to call back to get it released on hold. A million questions. Who are you? What's he going to use the money for? Every month it's the same thing.
Yeah. So it's not easy. So hopefully today is gonna go smoothly. And actually getting that letter from Social Security didn't take that long. It only
No, it
took like few days.
2 or 3 days, yeah.
Yeah.
I just sent him an email.
So this is one of the Dennis stress. Like,
Yeah, that's
this
a big stress. I mean, this date where my account in the U.S. my ATM cards and everything were going to expire. And it was either go back there and go through the quarantine and everything else, or open this bank account in the
there was a spider.
Yeah, in the Philippine bank.
Yeah.
So this is the most economical, easiest way for me to do this. But I've read of other expats that made a mistake logging in or something and got locked out of their account, and the only way to get access again is go back to the U.S.
Yeah.
So this is what worked best for me.
Right. So good luck, honey.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Let's go, guys.
Okay.
Finally here in Tagum, and we're getting ready to get out so we can go to the bank.
Yeah.
The bank is over there.
Yeah.
Good luck, honey.
Yeah, we'll see what happens.
Look at that long line. Good thing we came early.
Yeah, it is a good thing we came early.
We just got done here at the bank. Yeah, we got done at the bank. Oh, thank God. It was
only 2 hours.
Yeah, 2.5 hours,
Yeah.
honey, actually. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's 10:30 right now. So it was all good, and we are gonna explain it to you when we get home, about how we opened it and what it took to open the bank account, direct deposit bank account in the Philippines for, Dennis. We're going home. See you later.
See ya when we get there, if we get there.
That's why I'm driving carefully, honey.
Oh, here comes the new overpass in Tagum.
Yay!
It's all completed. I think they opened it a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it's all open now. The overpass that they've been working on for few years.
Yeah, this is gonna unclog the traffic jam.
Yeah.
Downtown. It was always such a hassle to get through Tagum.
Yep.
Oh.
Now it's all done.
Oh wow.
You can see the malls there in that side. It's all traffic down in the bottom.
Yeah, all the traffic stuff.
This is the NCCC where we always come. The malls, Gaisano there.
Yeah. Now it's open. Maybe they'll improve the roads down below now.
Yeah.
They got this open. There's the McDonald's.
Yeah, there's McDonald's. There's the big G mall right there.
Oh yeah.
And then there's another smaller mall up there.
City Mall.
City Mall.
Yeah. Mall.
There's Chowking.
Oh yeah, Chowking.
Yeah.
There. Well, this is a long overpass.
Yeah, it is, huh?
Yeah, it goes through the overpass in almost all of downtown.
Yeah. Wow. See, you can see.
Sure makes it a lot easier.
Yep.
Oh, wow. They need to fix that.
That's a huge bump.
Yeah.
Wow.
And there you go.
There you go. The overpass. Yay, we're home.
Yay, we made it safe and sound.
Yeah. See, you said that you don't know if we are gonna make it home alive.
Well, we did, so I was wrong. That's good.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. This is what I've learned about opening an account at a Philippine bank. And if I'm not correct, somebody correct me. I'm sure you will. But, first of all, you can't open a account at a bank in the Philippines. At least a foreigner can't, unless you're a permanent resident visa. Mm-hmm. So there's others that have come here, done it, but they opened their account while they were in the U.S.
Right.
At one of the banks that have an office in the U.S., which is Bank of Philippine Islands and Philippine National Bank. And they have an office, I think, in Los Angeles and New York. You can open an account there, and then when you come here, you already have an account. Otherwise, you got to wait till you get your resident visa, and that process is not immediate. You can't immediately file for it. I don't remember how long you have to be here before you try to get it, but I just got extensions on my Balikbayan visa, for 3 years, and when those extensions ran out, that's when I filed for my permanent resident visa. So before that, I had the account in the U.S., which I said, somebody was sending me my money via Western Union every month, which got harder and harder to do.
Yeah.
The more the time went by, the more questions they asked. The last time I went to get it, they put it on hold. She had to call them 4 times to get it released.
Yeah, 4 or 5 times.
4 or 5 times to get it released off of hold.
You would think that it should be easier because the longer you send it, the easier.
You got a record of it, but they don't matter. My problem was that I got locked out of my account. So I couldn't even call Bank of America and get in. They couldn't even get into my account if I called them, no matter what I told them. It had been blacked out. Yeah. So,
you had no choice.
No, my option would be.
Or else go to the U.S. That's what he needed to do, and we can't do that right now.
Right. Yeah, that would be my only option, to go to the U.S. And then still, I'd probably have to get a relative to send it to me, or I don't know. Some people say they use Remitly. I don't know how that worked. I never could use it because my account got screwed up. That's why I'm opening an account here.
Yeah, and then he started opening an account like, a week ago. We went there because we thought we're just gonna open it like normal because, he has the residency here. You know, he got all the passport and all the the documents. The only thing that they needed was that letter from Social Security. We got it, which fortunately it didn't take long at all. So that's what we did today. And then he has a open account now at the BDO bank for direct deposit, and all they have to do is submit the bank information to Social Security, and then your next Social Security check should be deposited from that bank.
Well, I don't know that it'll go here and the next check, because when I checked with Social Security in the U.S., you had to make the transfer to another bank before the 16th of the month for it to happen for the next month. If you made it after the 16th of the month, then it's not going to happen for 2 months. So
maybe it's
after the
changed now.
16th, maybe it's different here in the Philippines.
Yeah.
I don't know. But she said that my next deposit, automatic deposit from Social Security, would go into this bank account here that we opened. I don't know if it will or not.
We either have to contact them after a while, or wait to hear from them. The account is open now after what we went through. So many requirements, questions, so many papers to sign, and all the. Sometimes you think like, this is a ridiculous question.
There must be a lot of foreigners funneling illegal money in here or something, because they treat you like you're a criminal and you got to prove you're not.
Yeah, I know.
You're just drawing Social Security. Another thing we got held up on, and I didn't realize it until we got here, is we don't have a U.S. phone number, or we don't have a U.S. address. We moved, and we moved.
Yeah.
And you know, practically everything you do, even this bank account, if you try to process something, even with immigration, because that's how my A card got held up one time. They wanted to know your U.S. address. And we don't have a U.S. address, but finally they let us put down our last U.S. address, even though we don't have one there, to process anything. So you got to have some sort of U.S. address to process anything here, even if you're never leaving the country. So that was another thing. We should have at least maintained a post office box or something. I don't know, but
everything that we went through in the bank, the most important requirements is you are a permanent resident, and you know, they ask how long you've been staying in the Philippines. Did you get out of the country? What's the last time you get out of the country? All those tiny
everything.
details, and you know, you have to provide it to them. And finally, after everything they needed, you know, he was finally able to open the account. And you know, it's a restricted account. You can't make a deposit, you can't get an ATM, and you have to get your money in person, and you can only get your money from that branch. You can't
go to another branch.
Yeah, you can't go to like Davao or like that. You have to go to that particular branch where he opened the account.
Yeah, BDO is the bank I used. And I didn't know they had that restriction. I thought you could get your money anywhere, but evidently not. Only at that branch. And I know National Bank of the Philippines is the same way. You can only get your money at the branch that you open your account at. And I don't know about Bank of the Philippine Islands. I'm not sure about that. But I chose BDO because their fees were the least.
Right.
You know, the other banks charge more fees for everything. But evidently they say the money will go in on the 3rd, just like it did anywhere else, and you can get it the next day. And there's no restriction on how much you pull out. And so, yeah, I'm going to spend half a day once a month at the bank, but
if that's what you have to do.
What I have to do, you know, at least my sister won't have to fool with it.
I know,
it's for half a day every month.
Every month she has to call the Western Union, and you know, they put the money on hold, call again. It's such a hassle, you know. And
and then Western Union charges money to send it, and they charge fees to convert it. And everybody's making a nickel off of it, but
the bank is gonna be the same thing anyway, because the bank actually is the value is a little less than the normal. But you know, it's fine.
We're gonna see if it's gonna come to this bank on the 3rd.
Yeah.
or not. I don't know if it will, but it may go to the U.S. bank one more time.
Yeah.
And that was the thing about having money in a U.S. bank, man. One little hiccup on logging into your account or doing anything, man, they'll shut you down, especially coming from the Philippines.
Yeah.
You know, they'll shut you down. And they made me contact the fraud hotline. I called them, and they just wiped it out, man. Wiped everything off my account. So I couldn't even call the bank anymore and talk to them.
That's all the information, honey, you can, you know.
Yeah, that's the
Say-
only thing. I mean, that's what I've learned. And there may be other things that I don't know about, but that's my experience with it.
And I'm sure if you are wrong, you should be corrected. And
Oh, I'm sure I will be.
yeah, but at least you're able to open the account now,
Yeah,
you know.
yeah.
So that's very good.
We'll see.
We'll see.
Yeah. It only took a total of like maybe, well, considering both days, maybe a total of 4 hours or something.
Yeah, well, not bad.
No, not
For
bad.
here in the Philippines, good thing it's not like days and days, you know.
Yeah, right. Yeah. And I gotta say, Social Security at the embassy in Manila reacted very quickly. I was surprised.
Yeah, we just sent them an email, you know.
Yeah, they only answer the phone from 9 to 11 on Tuesday and Thursday. The rest of the
Yeah.
time, they don't answer it.
Yeah. And then when you send an email, they tell you to only send one email with
Yeah.
everything that you need to, you know, say or maybe
Yeah.
mail to them. Because if you send a lot of email, it will take longer.
But they're very responsive.
Right.
Yeah.
We got that letter from Social Security very quickly.
Yeah, we did.
We thought it's gonna take about 1 or 2 months, but thankfully it did not. So, you know.
And thankfully, the bank accepted the letter.
Yeah, thankfully.
First, they were going, "Oh, this letter doesn't look like a
The
real
normal.
letter."
But they accepted it, so
Yeah, thankfully.
yeah. Anyway, well, hopefully you explain, honey, or we explain what has to be explained to like.
Best I could, to the best of my knowledge.
Yeah,
The easiest thing to do if you're going to come here and you want an account in the Philippines is open it in the U.S. And
what if they live away, far away from New York or
well, then
California?
you're kind of stuck. But I mean, it's a lot easier if you can do that.
Right. Yeah.
Open it in the U.S. But the only two banks that I know of that have branches in the U.S. is, like I said,
BPI and
yeah,
PNB.
right. So
Yeah.
anyway,
That's it, honey, and you explained it all. And if you have any questions, just send us a comment, and we will respond to it to the best of our knowledge.
yeah, best we can.
Yeah.
And if I'm wrong, I'm sure somebody's going to correct me, before then. So we'll have the correct answer anyway,
Yeah.
one way or another.
Yeah. Anyway, thank you so much for watching this video, and hopefully it answered to some of the questions that you want, and
Stay safe out there.
thank you.
All right, thanks a lot.
Bye.